Now I fully understand that this movie is not made for me. I'm not the demographic of this movie. I am a white heterosexual male. But I have a lot to say about this film. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel, and this is my review for the second remake of the 1974 classic film Black Christmas. This is the 2019 edition. This was directed by Sofia Takal and it stars Imogen Poots. This all happens during Christmas break when a group of sorority girls are being picked off one by one by a masked stalker. And these girls fight back and show that they are truly not to be messed with. You know what this movie should have been called? Merry Christmas, White Men Suck. Because that is the entire message of this film. Now, I don't have a problem with there being social commentary inside of films. I don't have a problem with female empowerment. I'm all for it. But when you have a movie that targets itself as a movie that literally says all white men are rapists, all white men are this, all white men are that, all white men suck, basically, it's not very compelling. And this movie does a huge disservice to the female empowerment movement. Because throughout the entire film, this movie doesn't tell you about the way women get put down. It screams at you. It literally hits you over the head over and over again with a baseball bat of how white men are the worst, that they suck. I'm a white man. I'm heterosexual white male. Obviously, this movie, I'm the enemy, according to this movie. And let me just say this, I'm not a rapist, I'm not a bad person. I actually stand up for a lot of people who have injustices. So for you to kind of target your movie saying all white men suck is annoying to me. This was one of the most frustrating and most angry reactions I had leaving a theater all year. This is one of the worst movies of the year because this isn't a movie. It's literally 80 minutes of screaming for justice and 10 minutes of movie filler. This movie doesn't work in anything that it tries to accomplish as an actual film. This is supposed to be a remake of the classic 1974 film Black Christmas, which when I saw that movie for the first time, it creeped me out. There's a very eeriness to it. Women are already empowered in horror films. Have you never seen a horror movie, Sofia Takal and April Wolf? Have you never seen Friday the 13th? Have you never seen a lot of these slasher films? Even the first Black Christmas. I mean, for crying out loud, this is the one genre that doesn't need social justice or a message to be delivered because this is the genre for women empowerment, especially the slasher genre, which is my favorite genre in horror, and it's one of my favorite genres ever. I love it because of the freaking awesome women that kick butt in those movies. But oh my gosh, this movie misses the mark. Let me just talk about the PG-13 rating. Terrible decision. This movie is so tame, it's a joke. You never get to see a kill on camera, and any kill that is on camera, you don't see any effect. No blood, no violence. It kind of looks like everyone's put to sleep, almost. And that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to sleep. This movie's boring, and it's so slow. The first two acts of the film move at a very lulling pace. When the third act comes, everything speeds up, and you're just kind of like, well, I'm done. I mean, it speeds up to try to catch up, but it doesn't work. It just feels like the last act is like 5 minutes long and nothing makes sense. And you know, if you want a logical explanation for this movie and if you want a murder mystery, there is no mystery. The trailer gave everything away, which I did a video on before. I went live talking about how Blumhouse made a huge mistake by releasing the trailer that they did. But now that I've seen the movie, you know, honestly, would another trailer, you know, if they didn't show so much in the trailer, would it have really impacted this movie? No, because this movie sucks. It's so bad. They knew that they had a trash movie on their hands. They just kind of had to dump it out and make it PG-13 to try to get younger audiences to see this. That's really what I felt like. That they knew how bad this movie was. So they were like, we need to target a PG-13 audience because they can come out and see a horror movie for the first time ever. It's bad. I mean, there's no redeemable quality. Maybe that I like Christmas, and I mean, parts feel like Christmas, but the snow, it looks terrible. It looks like sand. Don't even get me started on the acting. Oh, atrocious. Imogen Poots is okay in moments, but throughout most of the film, they're just shouting dialogue at you, and things don't make sense at all. The whole narrative of white men suck, but then yet they have a supernatural element to where these men are getting possessed by the friggin' spirit or something of the founder of the campus. It's ridiculous. This is one of the most ridiculous throwaway films I've ever seen. And honestly, this movie's lucky that I watched LaQuisha earlier in the year, because if I had not watched LaQuisha, this movie would be the worst film of the year. But LaQuisha definitely takes the cake, because that movie wasn't even constructed really as a film. This movie's so bad, and I just absolutely am furious. I love the first Black Christmas. The remake, it's okay. There are moments that are good, but it's definitely a lot better than this. I would take the remake over this any day of the week. This movie should not have had the title Black Christmas. There's nothing that resembles Black Christmas. The kills are tame. The calls get taken away and they have text messages, which, oh, that's so scary. That brings tension. Yeah, text messages. I'm going to bring you to your knees. Well, okay, it's stupid. I really wanted to like this movie. I went in with no expectations, just hoping for something good. When I found out this movie was PG-13, that definitely raised a red flag. And then when I saw the first reviews come out for this movie, I kind of felt that going into this film, I was going to have the same thoughts as most of the people who don't like this film. Now, I'm probably going to get a lot of hate. People saying, oh, you're a woman hater and stuff, which is not true. That's just not true. And it's pathetic that people have to try to use that point to sell the way I feel, because I really wanted to like this movie. I love the original. I love the slasher genre. But this movie sucks. This movie is just absolute garbage. And it's not a movie. I heard an analogy that someone made in another review saying that this is a Pure Flix movie. That's really what it is. It's a Pure Flix movie, just told in a horror perspective, even though the horror does not work. Everything about this movie is just so ridiculous. It's just laughable. Like, any merit of them having about white men suck, it wouldn't be that bad. Like, if this movie was tame in that perspective, and it actually made logical sense, and the women actually felt like they were kicking butt and doing an awesome job, then yeah, they would have gotten their message across a lot better. But this is just a lazy attempt at a cash grab to try to bring in the woke audience, the younger crowd, I guess. But I feel like even 13, 14-year-olds, like, they know what crap movies are. I mean, then again, I could be wrong, because in my theater when I watched this film, there was a group of like teenagers sitting in front of me, and one of them is so out of touch with what a good movie is. After the movie was over, he's like, that was pretty good. I'm like, no, it wasn't. No, 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 no. I don't understand how you could have messed up this bad. I would watch Hellboy over this any day of the week. Honestly, like, LaQuisha is the worst movie I've seen this year, but it's at least entertaining because of how bad it is. This movie's not even entertaining. It's just boring. And a lot of the movie is just screaming at you, bashing you in the head, saying, white men suck. If they came out like unrated version of this and gave us the R-rated film, maybe I'd watch it again. I don't know, though. There's just other horror movies that I'd rather watch. I'd rather watch the original Black Christmas. I'd rather watch Friday the 13th. I'd rather watch Halloween. I mean, there are so many other movies that do this right. This movie just misses the mark. The jokes aren't funny at all. I can't even tell you how many times I've rolled my eyes in the back of my head. I haven't felt that awkward being in a film in forever. Just because nothing works. Nothing. So anyway, guys, that's my review. Do I suggest you see this movie? No, absolutely not. Don't even waste your time, your breath, your energy, or anything to watch this movie. This movie is terrible. I don't even think if you're the type of person who's all for female empowerment and like you're one of those people who are part of the movement, I don't even think you're going to like this film. It does a disservice, and it completely destroys its own point at the end of the film when you find out that all these men are just possessed by this spirit. You just completely destroyed your entire purpose of the movie. It's a throwaway thing. It's dumb, guys. I don't want to talk about this movie anymore. This is going to never leave my memory. Luckily, it's not the last film I'm seeing this year. But oh my gosh, this movie is, without a doubt, the worst theatrically released film I've seen all year. Anyway, guys, what do you think of Black Christmas? Down below, let me know in the comment section of this video. Make sure you guys drop a like on the video. Subscribe to my channel for more content that's hopefully not like this. Give me the Curse of La Llorona. Like, I'll take that. I'll take I'll take anything but this right now. Like, give me anything better. If you want to scream at me and tell me how much of a female hater I am, because I'm sure that there's going to be people out there that are going to say that, even though it's not true. Twitter is down below, Nick__Acosta. So yeah, looking forward to that. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye.